What is up, everybody? This is Hex, and today I will be running this configuration of Storm. You might be seeing this spicy meatball on the side, and this is really just to combat Burn and other hyper-aggressive decks that bringing in something that says your life total can't change is pretty good. Um, I went down some removal and some one of the thing in the ices. I'm not sure if this is actually the best right now, but I just thought I might give it a try in this hyper aggressive meta. I was also thinking about playing maybe some twisted images or quickens over ops, but I decided against it. I think we just need the card selection more than that. So without further ado, let's jump into a league. Alright, here we are for round number 1, and this looks like a pretty nice hand. It looks like a sideboarded hand, but it's not. Ooh, hopefully no Thoughtseize. Alright. Ooh, Elves. Elves is a wonderful matchup. Elves doesn't play creature removal, making this Electromancer very nice to just run out there. Hopefully I'm not dead by then. I'm actually going to grab the Serum Visions. So the plan is going to be land, Electromancer, then next turn, Ritual Pieces, and we'll see where it goes from there. I've been sick for about a week now, so that's why I wasn't really feeling putting out a full-on video last week, but I'm going to try to for this week, with of course this one. But Elves is usually a very, very good matchup. We're just the better linear deck. So black, and this is definitely for Shaman of the Pact, which we're going to have to watch out for. But actually, in this matchup, Platinum Emperion is very nice. It'll actually put in quite a lot of work if we get to it, since they don't really have a way to remove it. On sideboard they bring in Fatal Push, I believe, but they won't have anything for Platinum Emperion. I'll come back when they actually finish thinking about what they're gonna do in their draw step. Alright, so our opponent ended up disconnecting. Scavenging Ooze. Ooh. That's interesting. I didn't even know that Elves played Scavenging Ooze. This is quite an interesting meta call, I would say. We're just gonna run out this Electromancer, or we'll pass turn. They might be scared enough to hold open mana for the Skoos. And of course, we're not gonna block the Heritage Druid because of Pendelhaven. That would be quite embarrassing. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. Let's see what happens. Alright. Mystic, sure. And they're just gonna pass. Okay. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Ritual, and then Pieces of the Puzzle. I could Serum Visions first, and then Pieces, but I think that's loose compared to just casting a Pieces. Reason being, if we draw... well, actually... I don't want to have to mess up my scry with the, or use up the blue mana, so we ended up getting a Gifts Ungiven. is exactly what we wanted. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna play the Shivan Reef over the steam vents just for the 1 life difference. I'm just gonna end up making a huge Empty the Warrens. And I'm gonna hopefully get them to use the Skoos. So what I want is Metamorphose. I think I want 1 ritual. Maybe the same amount. And a Grape Shot. Mana isn't really a problem. I do want the Metamorphose, but if they bin it and eat it with the Skoos, that's okay. Really just, yeah, we really just want the Metamorphose. So that I can hopefully get a huge Empty the Warrens off. So here they're gonna eat the Passion Flames, I assume. Or maybe the Grape Shot. Yeah, they eat the Passion Flames. That is okay. Possibly I could have double ritualed so that I could not give them priority back and just flashback Passion Flames. But I don't think they would have given us the Metamorphose if that was the case. So here I want a Sleight of Hand first. Gives me more looks. Alright, I'm going to take the Shivan Reef over the Spire because it's not going to enter it up untapped. So I do want this Gifts Ungiven. So I'm just going to double Ritual and Empty the Warrens. And I'll get in there with the Electromancer. I don't particularly care if they trade the Skoos for the Electromancer. I'd be actually quite happy if they did that. But I would also be happy if they took 2. I am very happy with that. That means that we can Gifts Ungiven without the Skoos. Oh! Oh no. We had an Electromancer in the graveyard. Well, now I feel quite silly. Did not see that. Well, that was quite foolish. Is this an Azuri? Or a Archdruid? They need to watch out how many blockers they leave back, because we just have an army of goblins. Alright, there's a Archdruid. Let's see what they do. Alright, now I know that there's an Electromancer in the grave, so the Skoos can grow 1 more. Have this enter untapped. I'm just gonna Alpha Strike. Swing in with everything. If they pick off 4 of my creatures, that's okay. Hopefully I can just kill them next turn. Let's see what they do. looks like they're going to block, which is to be expected. But that is okay. They're going to be taking 60 in, putting them down to 3, which is pretty good for us. Since we just need them not to put down 15 blockers. Actually, 16 blockers, because we're going to play this Electromancer. Which is quite a high order. I don't think they can do it. I guess they only need 15, because they can gain 1 life. But yeah, 15 blockers is quite a lot. Their hand would have to be like... I have no idea. Or they would have to kill me, which I don't think is reasonable. Maybe if they had Azuri. No, that won't even do it. Well, they're definitely thinking about these blocks. They'll come back when they figure it out. Alright, so they're eating the Electromancer. They're gonna go down to 4. They're eating stuff out of the graveyard. That's okay. We're not gonna win with it. They're playing white, which would lead me to believe that they might be playing the Devoted Druid combo. Which is a way to get infinite, oh, whoops, I forgot to play the Electromancer. Alright, hopefully that doesn't bite me. So now they only need 14 blockers. Right, or no. They need 12. 12 blockers. Alright, now they need 13 blockers. Don't think it's happening. Yeah, they were in their draw step. Play an Azuri. No. Archdruid. I don't think they can do it. They got 13 damage. They'll take 13. I was thinking maybe they could have actually... Alright, they conceded, but... I guess... Possibly they could have... Oh no, they can't even do that. I was gonna say they could tap this for mana, Chord for a Shaman of the Pact, deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 10. But I believe I was at 17. So, let's see. Elves. I think I am going to board in this madcap experiment. Not dismember, though. Grab a lightning bolt. Put in a pieces. This matchup is very go fast and don't look back. I took out a passive flame. I still think I want to take out a passive flame, so I think I'm going to take out a bolt and maybe another opt. They go like that. Madcap Experiment is very good in this matchup because they can't actually deal with it. This is a fine hand. I've got double cantrip to hopefully smooth it out. Alright. So they're just gonna elf ball. don't know exactly what flavor of elves they're on, but I assume they have Shaman of the Pact. Alright, let's grab this madcap experiment. Again, they actually can't deal with it. It just buys us infinite time to do our thing. Alright, so they're on a very elf beatdown plan. This is the Elf Lord. So let's sleight of hand. Let's grab a land. Play that tapped. And so next turn we can madcap experiment. Which again, I don't think they can deal with. Unless they brought in paths. This actually might have. I believe it'll buy us a lot of time. They could also just have the Horizon Canopy to draw cards. And not actually be playing white. Actually, I'm gonna ritual out this madcap experiment. Don't really want to pieces before I play madcap experiment because I could mill over the Emperion. 45 cards. Oh boy. So that means that there's 2 cards on top. Let's see if I can figure out which 2 cards are on top. Looks like there's a pieces on top. Yeah, I don't care what they do. Yeah, there's a pieces and... Alright, I guess there's a Serum Visions. Those are Serum Visions? See if we draw the pieces. Oh. Was I wrong? Or is this the pieces that's on top? So we can have this land deal as much damage as we want to us. Not going to particularly matter. Yeah, we didn't leave the pieces on the side. So hopefully we hit a ritual of some sort. Alright, no ritual. Just grab the pieces and fire off another. Alright, so here we want the Passive Flames and the... I guess we want the ritual. And now we just pass turn. Let's see. Look at our 8-8. Alright, so the surgicaling are grape shot. That's fine. That's why I left in one of the empties. Oh, they didn't take it. Ha! They didn't take any of them. They just looked. Interesting move. I'm sure it was a misclick, because you don't actually have to take the cards from Surgical. You can choose not to. Alright, so let's start this off with a ritual. And then, let's go Serum Visions. Don't want either of those cards. Now we can pass the Flames. Start doing our thing. Alright, now they're gonna Surgical again. And again, we left in an empty for it. So they took one. So really just this turn we're gonna have a huge empty the Warrens. Alright, so they decided to leave the one in our graveyard. Again, it's a very difficult card to play online, because you don't actually have to take all of the copies. Alright, so they realized their mistake, and they have conceded. Anyways, if they were actually playing Surgical right, if in maybe in paper, they would have taken our Grape Shot, okay, and then probably with the second one they would take Pieces of the Puzzle. That would be okay since we have Gifts Ungiven, so we would still be able to win through all of this. We would just make a huge Empty the Warrens, and then just Alpha Strike them to death. But that'll be it for match number 1. We are 1-0, and let's jump into match number 2. Alright, so here's round number 2, and we will be on the play, and this is a mulligan. Kinda need lands. This is a pretty risky keep. I am going to keep it. Alright, so we're not gonna wanna fire off this Sleight of Hand. Looks like we're against Control or Bant Spirits. So now I'll fire off the Sleight of Hand. I'll grab the Mountain. Do need lands. Metamorphose is a interesting take, but I think I just need to hit my land drops right now. Oh. Esper Control, it looks like. That's a pretty good draw. So Esper has some pretty good removal options. Gotta look out for the Esper Charms. That's a bit scary. Hopefully we get hit with an Esper Charm. Or they're gonna Upkeep Path. Upkeep Path. I'm gonna fire off this Gifts. Let's grab some Rituals, and then maybe a Pieces of the Puzzle since we have the Past in Flames in hand. We could empty, hoping to dodge a Wrath. I don't think that's the best option right now. So we're just gonna grab an island. Yeah, we can draw. Alright, that's a pretty good draw. So if our opponent taps out, which I doubt they will, we could Rituals, Past in Flames Rituals. And Grape Shot and Empty. So they got rid of that Plains. Don't really, I can't really read into that too much. So I think we should probably try to empty here. Now we can try to pass in flames. Hopefully bait out a counter. Alright, no counter. Alright, so now we can Metamorphose. Huh? Yeah. So double blue. And Sleight Hand. Grab a Ritual. And now we can Ritual. So we could Splice, but I don't think that is the best use for mana right now. And now we can Pieces of the Puzzle. Let's play that. And now we empty. Could have tried to play around a counterspell, but I think them not countering Past in Flames was pretty telling. They did not graveyard it. That is a bit scary. They probably have a Wrath or Tension Sphere. Timely. Not exactly what I was thinking. But if they don't have a counterspell, they're actually just dead to Pieces Grape Shot. So that's Pieces. Grab the Metamorphose. Metamorphose for... And now we could Grape Shot the tokens. Alright. So I don't know why they didn't bottom, or they didn't graveyard it, unless they drew Timely in. Thought that was the best course of action, so here we definitely don't want the Madcap Experiment plan. We do want a Pieces and some Empty the Warrens and a Dispel. Probably a Wipe Away as well. And we can go down a Grape Shot, a Noxious. Probably a Gifts and a Electromancer. And then we could go down a Past in Flames. I think I'm going to go down a Ritual though. And then we can keep like that. This is going to be a lot of dirtling, so I want to keep in the cantrips. That's a pretty good hand. We're going to keep... Alright. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to be playing Tension Spheres and Wrath of Gods. They were in Wraths, not Wrath of God, but Supreme Verdict. So let's just opt here. I think I'll keep the land. Do want to hit land drops. Alright, I could run out the Electromancer. I think they're obviously holding up a counter spell, so I'm just gonna wait. Lingering Souls. Sure. Alright, so I think I am going to... I'm just gonna go all in on this empty. They're playing Lingering Souls, so I don't think they have Wraths right now. I could have saved one of the rituals, but it would take one more turn to be lethal. So I think it's worth it to risk the ritual for hopefully another turn clock. They very well could just Wrath here, or they can't Wrath. They don't have double white. Mentor. Huh. I'm just gonna run out these pieces. Hopefully don't get spell pierced. Oh, that just feels silly. Looks like an Esper tokens build. So let's grab that gifts. And we just want to attack with. Oh, whoops! I missed a goblin. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Yeah, they're trading off their tokens. This contest's pretty interesting. I'll be playing in an Esper tokens list. This is just it's Esper control, and this is their win con. Though not having a counter spell in game 1 does lead me to believe that they might not be running counters. Another mentor. That is a lot of tokens. I think I actually just want to hold back these goblins for chump blocking. I'm gonna run out this pieces. If we had 2 rituals, we just win. Oh, that might do it as well. Actually, no, it doesn't, because we're not gonna have blue mana. So you do need this this gifts. I'm gonna grab Metamorphose, Ritual, then Pieces. We definitely need the Metamorphose for blue mana, because if we pass in Flames, we don't really get anywhere. I guess we could make a ton of goblins, which might have been worth it. I think I'd rather win. So they give me double ritual, I win. If they give me a ritual Metamorphose, I also win. If they give me ritual pieces, I don't win. But if they give me Metamorphose pieces, I have a possibility of winning. Yeah, let's pieces. I don't want to put the passive flames in the yard because I don't want them to have a chance to surgical it. And so if they don't just kill us here, we can win next turn with a grape shot. Yes, they also don't need to. They also need to not kill our Electromancer. Yeah, maybe it was right to just make a big empty. Yeah, I think I should have just made a huge empty. Hopefully we don't get punished for it. It's looking like we are going to get punished for it. Ooh. That is quite a clock. I think I am just gonna chump block as much as I can. Okay, yeah, that's all we can block. That is a lot of damage that's gonna come our way next turn. I think I am going to be punished for it. Unfortunate. I think I want to land. And then we can just pass. Don't think we're quite lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now it is lethal. Definitely punished. Though, I could Manamorphose into a wipe away. No. Alright. Take Xaxes. Alright, so Esper tokens is different. Want this Pyroclasm, we want the second Grape Shot. Did see any Graveyard Hate, doesn't mean that they don't have it. Go down some empties. Yeah, we could go up an empty over an Opt. Go down this Dispel. Probably another empty. Empty seems pretty good. We could do like the Wipe Away. I think we'll keep it like this. Actually, Echoing Truth is probably better than Wipe Away. Alright, this is a good hand. Hopefully we can just outrace our opponent here. Our opponent could be playing Dampening Sphere. Possibly should have put in the Wipe Away as well. I think we're pretty good at alright, there's a Thoughtseize. I think we're pretty good at playing one spell a turn right now. I assume they just take the Brawl here. But they could take pieces. Or the empty. And I should have, last game I should have Manamorphosed in my main phase, that way a Grape Shot could also be an out. Ended up not mattering, but it could have. Yeah, they take the Brawl. Alright, let's see what we get. I wouldn't be terribly displeased with a land. Ah, they're gonna Surgical Brawl. That's going pretty deep. So that's why we have the empties on. Yeah, they took out all four. Was not expecting that. I'm going to fire off this Manamorphose in my main phase. For double blue. With some cantrips, hopefully. do want to land so I can hit this pieces. I should have brought it back in this ritual. Oh, our opponent's stuck on one land. I guess they were really banking on that surgical. So I'm okay with the passive flames hitting the yard. I don't care if they surgical at this point. Really just gonna hope that this this Empty the Warrens gives us the win. Is he thinking about surgicaling it? Guess not. Definitely don't want this grape shot to hit the yard or the passive flames. Actually, we can slate a hand here. Grab a Serum Visions. We're just gonna run out this Empty the Warrens. It's good to have a clock on them. Keeps them honest. There's a 2-turn clock. And we also have this grape shot to finish them off if they keep whiffing. Don't think there's really any way for our opponent to come back from this. I don't know what this could be. Maybe they're playing a Damping Sphere or something? Maybe a Collective Brutality? Almost. They do have Snapcaster Mage, so maybe they are an Esper control deck. They take the Grape Shot. Still a 2-turn clock. I'm gonna fire off the Serum Visions. I'm gonna top the Empty, just in case they have a Detention Sphere or something to kill all these tokens. They ended up not having it. Yeah, so I think they actually were Esper control. It's kind of weird to see a control list running Thoughtseize. I don't actually know what they were, whether they were tokens or control, because they were playing Snapcaster Mage, so that would lead me to believe they're playing control. I guess I didn't see quite enough of their deck. I think it was right to sideboard the way I did, though we didn't know what they were on. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in round number 3. Alright, welcome to round number 3. We are 2-0, and looks like we won the die roll. This is a pretty greedy keep, but I think I am going to keep it. We got 2 Serum Visions to hopefully find some lands. So land top, Ritual bottom. Ooh, is this the mirror? Looks like the mirror. We've got the good sleight of hand art. Alright. So we're going to Serum Visions. Yet another land. Alright. I'm gonna top both of those. So they play down Electromancer, we can, Alright, they play down a Baral. I think I am still going to kill it with the Grape Shot. That does mean that I'll have to use a Ritual. But I think it's better to get it off the table. And we still can give so given. That's a good sign. Looks like they're not going to do the same to me. Alright. Let's get into the red zone. pass. Again, gifts are given on the end of their turn. I don't have the win yet with this Desperate Ritual. I would need one more mana to actually get the win, just straight up with this ritual, so if I ritual I would go up to 5 mana. Yeah, they are going to remand. I think I'm going to Sleight of Hand first. Grab a ritual. I wanted to grab this ritual since, oh whoops, I forgot to attack. Alright, so I am going to ritual, and gifts I'm given. Do have the magic number. Alright, they remanded that as well. That is unfortunate. Oh. Well, now I'm a very real threat of just dying. Alright, that's a good sign, better sign. That is lethal. Alright, let's see. On the sideboard, going to want to board in some removal spells. Going to want to board in this Dispel. And going to want to go down a Grape Shot, a Noxious, an Opt, an Empty. We'll just run it like this. I want to go as fast as possible. It was close, but I do need a second land. This isn't a great hand, but hopefully we can stall out our opponent for long enough. Looks like they're deciding whether or not to keep an iffy hand. So I'm just going to pass here. I don't want to slide a hand into the pieces. Grab other pieces. We have double island. I'm just gonna run out these pieces. Well, that's unfortunate. And we could very well just be dead because we don't have interaction. Looks like our opponent is struggling on that double island. They most likely just need red mana in order to go off. Sure. Alright. That's not great for us. Let's hope our opponent keeps whiffing, though. They put it to the bottom. It's a good sign. Our opponent seems to be getting very unlucky right now. They're gonna Noxious back. Sure. Let's see where they put these cards. 2 cards on top. That's not great. And they have their remand up. Alright, let's Manamorphose here. Yeah, weaken pieces. Alright. guess we want our ritual here. And then grape shot. But I think they're just going to remand this. Yeah, okay. If they didn't remand that, we could have grape shotted, killing the brawl. Let's see what happens. Yeah, alright, there's the red mana. Ah, they don't have it. That's quite a surprise, actually. Top, bottom. Let's play out this brawl. Let's breed. And then I think we're gonna try to go for it right now. Alright, they do have the lightning bolt. Alright, we'll just pass. Do have electromancers on top. There's a brawl. We're gonna try to go for it now. Have the gifts. Alright. I guess I'll wait to see what they get. Yeah, they've got it. Alright. Alright, so let's go into round number 4. Alright, welcome to round number 4. This is a pretty nice hand. Got some cantrips to help smooth it out. Double brawl's nice. Let's see what our opponent's on. Looks like we're against fairies. I was not expecting to play against fairies, but that is a-okay. I've got the Bitter Blossom. This is a bit scary. That is going to be a quite a fast clock. Take Seer Visions. Slate a hand here. Grab the gifts. And we'll just pass. And it is sometimes relevant that this is actually a fairy. I think next turn we're gonna want to gifts Ungiven in their upkeep. In response to this trigger, if they don't play down a fairy. That makes me think of a Vendilion click. You gotta let the click resolve. I guess I could ritual gifts. I think I'm gonna do that.
this does mean that they could put the Past in Flames in hand. But I think I'm okay with that. You just really need the ritual effects. And if they don't take anything, we can just win. Because we do have the Noxious in hand. So they give us the Morphos, Pest and Flames. And then we Noxious a ritual back on top. Alright, they gave me a ritual, Pest and Flames. Which does actually mean we can't win this turn. Yeah, they took the Pest and Flames. That was to be expected. So now we can just play our land and Serum Visions. Hopefully set up for next turn. I think I am. See, we can Noxious back the Gifts I'd given. But that won't be lethal next turn. We won't be able to get him next turn. So I think I'm going to top one of the sleight of hands, bottom one of the sleight hands. They're going to be able to counter with whatever it's called, Spell Stutter. Yeah, they're just going to get into the red zone. I'm just going to sleight a hand. Sure, grab an Electromancer. Play the land. Lay out an Electromancer. Because I should have attacked first, but not really think it's gonna matter in this point. Let's get in there. Snapcaster Mage. Just running it out there. That's a very, very nice Snapcaster Mage. I don't think I like how this looks online. Not gonna block. So, there is a question of whether I want to try to go for it this turn. I guess I'm dead either way to a Spell Stutter Sprite. Oops, I don't want their graveyard, I want mine. Can Noxious back the Gifts Ungiven and Sleight of Hand for it. Guess I did screw it up by not setting that stop. No, I didn't. I've got Burl and Electromancer. I'm fine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking would happen. But they definitely should have countered the gifts rather than the Noxious. And I'm gonna show them why. Unless they have another one. Doesn't look like it. Just gonna fire off all these rituals. That's Manamorphose. Double blue. And gifts ungiven. Grab some more rituals. And a grape shot. So now we can Pastor Flames. Alright, so that wouldn't have been possible if they waited to actually counter the gifts ungiven rather than the noxious. Because I would have had to use my draw from the sleight of hand to grab that. I am actually going to bring in the madcap. Actually, do I want to bring in the madcap? I think they play cryptic, but they might take out cryptics. I think I will put it in. Take out some graveyard shenanigans. I like grape shots in this matchup. Grape shot's pretty good. Wrath's their board for the most part. Put in a pieces, take out a gifts. Go down to brawl. I think I want a dispel. They do usually play instant speed interaction. I think I want all the empties. I think I want to possibly want a wipe away. I don't think I could take out an opt for a wipe away. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Just in case they have like damping sphere shenanigans. Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice hand. Let's keep it. This looks like a Thoughtseize or an Inquisition. Sure. I assume they take the Electromancer here. Yeah. Snap take. Those Serum Visions. I'll keep at bottom. Morphos. Don't really want to have to sleight of hand into it. Alright, here they take the pieces. Yeah. Alright, there's the Mutavault. Alright, so now we'll just sleight of hand. Hopefully, I'm not going to play out the Steam Veds because then they'll know that I drew that. Snapcaster Inquisition. That is... It's quite the pain. I assume they take the Morphos now. Hopefully we draw some gas. That does count. That is actually quite a good top deck. Grab an Emperion. We got another huge hit off of here. So we've got a grape shot and a pieces. And there's the cryptic. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that was the risk. get on the grape shot. We can also just cast this. Opponent pondering the question. Just wonder how lucky some people are. Wonder if they top deck that. They didn't attack with the Mutavault. Kind of curious. Extirpate on the madcap experiment. That is okay. I'm actually fine with that. They do shuffle our library, which means we're not gonna get that pieces off the top. Or actually, no, there is no pieces off the top. Right, or is there? There's 1, 2. Yeah, there's pieces on top. Now that we're not getting it. Can't counter because it's Alright, because it's split second. Guess we could grape shot now. I don't think I should. Yeah, they're firing up the Mutavault. That makes me think that they don't really have anything in hand. I think I'm gonna grape shot the Snapcaster now. To half their clock. And if they want to fight over this, I'm okay with that. Spell stutter. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're almost just hard casting this though. They didn't attack the Mutavault. This a Vendilion click? Sure. If I were them, I wouldn't take anything. But possibly they're just scared of this Platinum Emperion. Almost to casting it. Just need 1 more mana. But I would be a-okay with them taking something. Ah, they actually took it. Alright. Let's cast those pieces. And another. The empty can hit the yard, it's not going to really do much good with a bunch of flying threats. Ugh, our opponent is quite salty. Let's we're not really getting that lucky. I mean, the madcap was definitely a nice draw. But I don't think it was probably our best draw. This Pyroclasm will definitely save us some time. We get to wrath their board. It's pretty good. This isn't relevant anymore. Can we dismiss this? Nope. Oh, dismiss all. because they shuffled with extirpate. So our madcap, our madcap target's on the bottom of our library. I think I would have swung in with Mutavault if I were them, unless they have some sort of like cryptic command or maybe another Vendilion click. That's a pretty good draw. So we'll dispel this. They're gonna spell stutter? Oh, okay. So let's sleight of hand. Grab a ritual. Now we can ritual out this empty, which does actually pose lethal. That was actually a pretty good draw. Possibly should have kept the empty the boards in hand, but it ended up working out in the end. Alright, Fatal Push, that actually saves them, because now they can block with Mutavault. So if they swing in with both, yeah. So now we can swing in with all. They have quite a lot of counter spells. Alright, they've got another Fatal Push. Alright, we're just gonna concede here. We're gonna take out the Madcap Experiment. I think it's already done its job. Opponent knows about it now. They're quite salty about it. So I didn't see a lot of graveyard hate. I didn't see any graveyard hate, so I am going to bring back in these gifts ungivens. I think I want a... possibly go down one empty for another gifts. I think this is a pretty good configuration. Got both passive flames. I didn't really see a lot of hate in there. I could bring in the Abrade for a possible damping sphere, but I think I just want to be as fast as possible while also having the pieces as a way to fight through graveyard hate that they might have. I think they're gonna have some relics of some sort. Yeah, they're definitely gonna board in now for Madcap Experiment. I guess they did have the Extirpate, which might be a reason to go down gifts and have other ways of winning. But we do have the Empty the Warrens to get around that. This is looking like a pretty good hand. This is pretty good. Pretty susceptible to turn 1 Thoughtseize though. But we will just grab pieces. There's the turn 1 Inquisition. They could take a Grape Shot and Surgical it. Be an interesting move. They take pieces. Was not expecting that. But we are just going to run out this Electromancer. Don't really have anything to do other than run it out. Hopefully they just Bitter Blossom. But I think they're going to Fatal Push this. I don't think this Electromancer is longed for this world. Collective brutality. Ooh. That is quite good. We need to work up to those gifts and givens so we can get a past in flames in the yards, so we can try to get some gas back in this. Thoughtseize. Alright, they're gonna take the gifts. Sure. Are they also gonna play a Bitter Blossom? Yep. That is a lot of value. We are at some point going to have to grape shot their board. Most likely. Play out a land. Hopefully we can hit a pieces or something. Even an empty might be good. Pressuring their life total with a Bitter Blossom out is usually quite good. Our opponent is flooding out, and now we are too. Don't think it's time to Desperation Grape Shot. And we can just eventually try to Grape Shot them for lethal. If we don't care about their board, that is a good draw. I think I'm gonna wait for their turn. I think I'm going to ritual it out so that I can hold up Dispel. Really need this gifts to resolve. Yeah, I'm going to ritual it out. Let's see what they do. They could Cryptic. They could also have just Dispel. Do you think it is worth it to hold up Dispel though? Let's see what they do. Alright, they let it go through. So let's grab some rituals and the Past in Flames. We're probably going to take the Dispel with this Thoughtseize, but they could just take the Grape Shot. Depends on what they have in hand. They could be reading into the Dispel. I pretty clearly telegraphed it. But I mean, they could take the Grape Shot and extirpate it. That wouldn't be great. But we do have the... Oh, I guess I boarded it out. Or I didn't put in the Echoing Truth. Yeah, I take the Dispel. Ooh, that's a good draw. I'm just gonna run it out. And let's Ritual. And now we metamorphose. For red-blue. We could draw a ritual. Get more value out of this Electromancer. They're going to dispel it. Alright. So I am going to want to kill all of their fairies. And deal a couple to them. Oh, did I miss, I missed one. Whoops. I guess I, double-clicked one of them. That was my bad. That could definitely cost me. I just need one more land or one more ritual. And then we can pass some flames. There's a land. So let's pass some flames. Hope they don't have a counter. Ritual. Ritual. Manamor. Oh, the opponent is very salty. Oh, they are very salty. I do not think they are happy about this at all. Let's just grape shot them. I mean, I could BM them and make them die in upkeep to their own Bitter Blossom, but that is probably a bit too far. They don't even let me ponder thinking about it. But yeah, that's taking down fairies. I don't think that we in that last game top decked exceptionally well. I mean, we needed a land or a ritual or a cost reducer or even like a pieces of a puzzle or a gifts ungiven, which all could have led me to win. Maybe a turn later, but and we also had cantrips for redraws. But yeah, that is we took down fairies, so we're 3-1. We're in the money now. Alright, let's jump into round number 5. Alright, here we are for round number 5. This is a pretty okay hand. We've got some cantrips to hopefully smooth this one out. Our opponent is going first. They're on Tron. That's not the best start for Tron, but Tron does its thing. So I'm going to lead off with the Serum Visions here. Alright, so we're going to want both of these. Not quite a turn 3 kill, but definitely a turn 4. That is definitely something I did not want to see. Actually, no, we do have the turn 3 kill. Because we can go grab a Noxious. So I think I am going to run out this Electromancer. Hopefully no turn 3 Karn. If they don't have the Karn. Alright, they have the Karn. They did the Karn thing. Alright, well we're not out of this yet. We can still cantrip. Don't want another gift. Let's cantrip again. Electromancer is wanted. assume they're just gonna tick up. We're gonna give them this gifts. Oh, they exile a land. Are they gonna play another one? Maybe an Ugin? There's an Ugin. Alright. Let's see. Not quite. Alright. Gonna have to get rid of this gifts I'm given. Or we can't even get rid of it. If it's an Ulamog, yeah, okay. That's enough. Against Tron, we're gonna want this Abrade. Gonna want this Echoing Truth, this Wipe Away. And we're gonna want to go down a Grape Shot, Noxious, and an Opt. I think we probably want the pieces over. Maybe an Electromancer. They shouldn't have too much creature removal. Actually, they're going to be bringing in some, so maybe over an Opt. Some Warping Whales and Dismembers. This is a pretty good hand. We'll keep it. The gifts are given, and we got some cantrips. What more can anyone ask for? They're mulled to 6. The Tron is one of the decks that mulligans probably the best. Don't really want either of those. Really just need more mana. There's a Relic. That is fine. Alright, play out a Spire. Let's slate a hand. Let's grab a Ritual. Don't really need to opt now. Might as well. Alright. That is a very not scary move by Tron. I think I'm gonna fire off this pieces. Oop, that's not what I meant. Pieces over the Electromancer. Don't really want to run it out into a Warping Whale. I will grab a Pyretic and a Sleight of Hand. Yeah, you could have a land. Or actually, I guess Warping Whale doesn't kill the Electromancer. Don't want to run it out into a Dismember. That's what I wanted to say. Speaking of dying to Warping Whale, let's just Ritual. Spatial Contortion. Yeah, that it dies to. So I think I am going to fire off this this Ritual and just empty. Just put them on a 2-turn clock. They can't get Tron till 2 turns. So if they stumble here, not gonna be able to really get out of it. Oh, well, that's close. Thought not seer. That does put us down a turn. I'm probably gonna take the Brawl or the gifts. Alright. Let's run out the Brawl and see what happens. Let's Sleight of Hand. Grab Manmorph's Serum Visions. I'm going to take care of that relic here. Just so that they don't have another redraw. We can get rid of his Serum Visions. Play a land and just Alpha Strike them. Hopefully they don't rip a noob again. Does not look like Ugins are being ripped. Though they could Karn us still. Yeah, there's a Karn. Yeah, that's to be expected. We're just gonna attack them. Don't really care about Karn at this point. Really just care about an O-Stone or an Ugin. Be quite saddening. Expedition map, that's not an Ugin. Cracking an expedition map, not an Ugin as well. O-Stone? Sure. So they're gonna have to nuke the board. So let's Alpha Strike them. And the board has been nuked. I get to draw a card. Alright, so let's play out those pieces. Let's hold these in hand this turn. Holding the Metamorphose makes Serum Visions better. I'm gonna have to let this go. Don't want to cycle into something that I don't want them to take. Passive Flames off the top would be amazing. Now they're just gonna clock us. Graph Cage. Sure. Grape Shot off the top is almost lethal. I'm gonna run out this Metamorphose. Gifts Ungiven. We're gonna cast that. Let's see what we can get. So, yeah, is there a Grape Shot in the yard? Oh, here it is. Here's our Grape Shot. Alright, so we need to get to our Grape Shot. So let's grab some cantrips. And an Echoing Truth. They probably won't give us the Echoing Truth because we can Echoing Truth the Graph Cage if we draw Passion Flames. So, yeah, alright. So let's Serum Visions. Alright, there's a Grape Shot. That is exactly what we want. So let's put that on top and pass turn. And then next turn we can just Sleight of Hand Ritual Grape Shot. Yeah. Alright. Chromatic Sphere. Crack the Sphere. Really, we could just they could play anything, and I would not be sad. Except for maybe a Thought Knot Seer. Oh, that makes me sad if they... Oh, actually we don't... It's not a forced shuffle. Yeah, we definitely would not shuffle if they did that. So let's just grab whatever. Grab some lands. I just grape shot them for lethal. Alright. Now we got the sideboards. Now we got sideboard again. I don't think I want to change anything. I could bring in more empties, but I think they're pretty well equipped to deal with that. I think we just want to really go as fast as possible and fight through the hate. So let's try this. Alright, this looks pretty good. Keep this. Really just want a cost reducer here. Alright. Pieces I think I'm gonna keep on top. But maybe only one. Alright, they're gonna have Tron. I'll just play a land tap and hope that they don't have anything scary. Wormcoil isn't scary. Wormcoil's like actually the least scary thing they could have. Don't really care if they're gaining 6 every turn. So let's pieces here. Those are some pretty good hits. So if they don't have anything else scary, we can pass in flames next turn. Let's put in the graveyard. Probably this echoing truth. I think wipe away is probably just better. Alright. Don't want to put either Passer Flames or empty the warrens in the graveyard. If I put the empty in the ER, that leaves me susceptible to Thought-Knot Seer. Here's the TKS. If they take the empty, I'm okay with that. Take the Passive Flames, I'm less okay with that. Alright. It's pretty okay. I guess now we don't have a empty at all in our deck. That was a fantastic draw. That was probably the best draw we could have gotten. Alright, so now we're gonna ritual in response to that. Metamorphose. So now we could wipe away this back to our hand, but we're only left with 5. Can't really do that. So I think we just gotta let this go. Don't really want to abrade anything. So I think that's fine. And then we can just pass the flames. 2 red in the pool. Let's Serum Visions. Top. Paretic. Metamorphose. Double blue. Let's Serum Visions. Do I really want these? let's Ritual Metamorphose. Double blue. That's an Electromancer. Can't really do anything with it though. I think we're just gonna pieces here. Set up for next turn. So let's hope, I don't know what we even hope for. There's no Ulamog or no lethal? You know, not even a, oh, well that's not great. Karn, that's fine. Yeah. Now I guess we gotta get pretty lucky. Help refill our graveyard. That saves one life. So that's a Ritual. And pieces. Ooh, not quite. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Don't have a way to get out of this. Unfortunate. But yeah, we went 3-2. Madcap Experiment didn't really do a whole lot in the matchups that we had it. Really hoping to run into Burn, which we didn't. I don't think that is better than the alternatives of more removal spells in this side. But yeah, that'll do it for this week. We went 3-2. Definitely not super hyped on Madcap Experiment, though it is quite fun to play. I might try some Twisted Images and some Quickens, but don't think they're really gonna come in that much handy.